How's it going, gamers? Welcome to Gamer Rant. My name's Kevin. Today, I'm going to tell you, basically, short, quick, why I used to hate RPGs and why I thought they were the dumbest genre in gaming. So if we travel back in time, basically, the quick, short answer to this is, I never actually played any RPG. Therefore, I never tried it. I think I had read something in a magazine or something to that effect, and it was basically my opinion about it was, oh hey, you can select the word attack and then watch the character run across the screen, or not, depending on the animation, to attack the character. How exciting. Sounds pretty stupid, sounds pretty lame. However, this ultimately ended up changing when I went and spent the night during the summertime at a friend's house. And like any good friend, they decided to play a single-player game. And that single-player game was The Legend of Dragoon. Now, at the time, I, of course, did not own a PlayStation. That would be my parents. They owned it because, you know, I was a kid. Well, what can I say? Now, with that being said, I did have my own memory card because I did help one of my parents' friends who had a paper route. I helped them out, and I earned money on the side. I didn't really help her deliver her papers, or even my dad when my dad was doing it, because I get motion sickness. Anyone who's ever been on a paper route, and we're not talking a bicycle, because it's way bigger than that, yeah, does not compute with me. So I would help roll the papers, because they come in stacks, needless to say, and I had my own memory card. And it was for basically me when I went to a friend's house, play their PlayStation games. I'd have my own game. I could continue it. And at home, I wouldn't have to worry about my brothers and sisters or my mom or my dad deleting a save file of a game that I was playing. So this ended up being, ironically, also the first game that I ended up purchasing and played on my parents' PlayStation using the memory card that I already had. And I beat this game. And the RPG genre basically became my own personal favorite genre within of itself. Now, after that, we basically jump into, yes, that's right, not Final Fantasy VII, because I did not start with that game. I started with Final Fantasy VIII, which for some reason gets like some medium, mid-type hate. I don't know. I guess people don't like the battle system, the skill system in it, whatever the case may be. I played it without knowing. I enjoyed it, which then, of course, led me to my personal favorite Final Fantasy game on the PlayStation, which was Final Fantasy IX, simply because I felt that it was more, I don't know, fantasy. I felt that, like, for example, this, and later on this, from what I've seen people and what I have played, was more of a fantasy sci-fi, where this seems to just be purely fantasy. Now, with that being said, my parents, for some reason at the time, ironically ended up buying this PC game, which was ported to the PlayStation, and that was Dark Stone. No clue why. I don't even know if they tried it, but it was us kids who played it. And I played it the most, and I did enjoy it. Never beat it, I will admit that. That's why I currently own it right now, so I can, you know, at some point get off my lazy bahooty and play through it. I also have it on Steam as well, because, well, it was a PC game. And who knows, I may try and find like an original from back in the day, because that's the kind of person I am. And then, of course, we jump to another game that I actually purchased myself. I think I bought, not this one, but I bought basically Valkyrie Profile brand new back in the day when I had a paper route. And I played it. Another game that I ironically never beat, but I did enjoy and rebought it. Luckily, this cost me, I think, about $80. So not as expensive as it currently is running for on eBay right now. But yeah, and then we jump into my early 20s, and basically we're in an era where I kind of started to also be on YouTube. I was watching people, and I watched a lot of people obviously talking about RPGs. So these were RPG-related channels, which then led me to create my actual first YouTube channel, which does exist, but I don't really upload RPG content to it anymore. So I have a slew of games that I have yet to try. I don't even have the first Wild Arms. I have played the Dragon Quest games, not this one. First Dragon Quest game I ever played was Dragon Quest VIII. I've heard a lot of good things about Parasite Eve, so some of these games I'm kind of glad that I picked up when I did pick them up, because some of them are kind of expensive, especially Dragon Quest games, especially on the 3DS/DS era. That pretty much sums this all up. Quick answer to why I used to think this was the dumbest genre within in gaming itself, to how my opinion changed. I basically was spending the night at a friend's house. He decided to play this game. I don't remember exactly where he was in it, but I thought the story was intriguing. And this also has like basically a combo system that they call additions. You press the button, kind of like a QuickTime event. I guess you could say the first iteration of a QuickTime event, but not during a cutscene. All right, that's during battle. Well, technically, I guess it would be considered a cutscene because the character's performing an attack, so technically it would be a cutscene. But the difference here is that if you press a button at the correct time, the character will then perform another move based on whatever combo you have selected for your character to do. And you learn new combos, or additions as the game calls them, as you level up and progress through the game. It also has the Dragoon system, which is a separate level system from your normal level system, which gives you the ability to transform into the Dragoons that we see on this here case. And that's basically was my initial thinking on why I thought RPGs was the dumbest genre in gaming. Had nothing to do with me actually trying it and not liking it, just something that I had read and was like, that's stupid. And like I said, leave it to a friend who decided to play a single-player game. And yeah, which, if you're curious, when he got done, no, I did not put this in immediately. I actually put in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, and I played that for a while. Around 2 a.m. in the morning, I turned around to see if he wanted to play a game. He was passed out on the floor, so I was like, all right. I put this game in, and I tried it. And I enjoyed it because I eventually went and bought it. And, well, it's now the largest genre in my gaming collection. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this completely different style of video. These are kind of videos I've been wanting to do to give you a different side of the kind of games that I enjoy. And to talk about the positive aspects of whether we're talking about gaming of the past, retro, classic. Classic being like what I would refer to as like PlayStation, PS2, GameCube, that kind of era of gaming. And of course, even some modern gaming. You can expect more videos similar to this coming down the line as well. Anyway, gamers, I hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. And remember, gamers, if you're not voicing your thoughts and concerns about the bullshit in modern day gaming, microtransactions, loot boxes, all that crappy shit, you just might be a part of the motherfucking problem.